Babyliciouses! Welcome to Babes in the Conclave, a Traitors podcast where a couple of queers talk crushes, gay drama and strategy. Today, we are covering one of the all-time greats. Hungary, Season 3, and underline it, Episode 10. I am Annabelle, the most faithful of faithful, and joining me, she's the queen to my drama, it's Sarah Carradine.
Yes, I can commit to talking about this with you. I am committed to watching all of it, and I'm committed to the babes. Commit. Like,
what did I just watch? That was insane!
Like commit murder. Get it? Get it? Commit. Oh my God. Because we don't know when each other is watching it, we're very restrained about sending messages. But I did get a message from Annabelle. 3 messages. Oh, full stop. New message. My, full stop. New message. God, full stop. Agree.
Whoa.
What did we just watch? What did we just watch?
This was so good, guys. Like, we have been poised and waiting for so long for the drama to kick off.
We've been edging.
9 episodes of edging. I'm on the cusp. I'm screaming for sweet release.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, oh boy, did Dr. R, the Rat Queen, pleasure me in ways I didn't know I could be pleasured.
As she told us, they won't let us give them a traitor. So she thought, well, I'll just have to do it myself. They won't let us give them a traitor. Yes! They won't.
Literally, welcome to Gashbar's life is all I have to say.
Yes.
We had some comments. So we've got Danielle, good friend of the pod. Norabelle is back. Be still my beating heart.
Yes.
Norabelle was back briefly. Nori been sidelined again by, frankly, more other players.
Yes. She had some emotion, though, strangely.
Oh.
Weirdly. A couple of feelings. She had maybe a little micro feeling. I'm not sure.
We have Star Dot Boy, star of the season, who does realize in hindsight this was a bit of a weird season to recommend, but my God.
Not at all.
It's fascinating. No. It's unique to see how the format works, and loves watching people genuinely lose their minds, including us. It's a breath of fresh air when you compare it to all the other versions, and genuinely thinks that our instinct of Denmark's civilian season 2 is going to be really good, but also the polar opposite of this season in every way.
It might be good to do that one next then.
Yes, we'll definitely do that one next.
Okay. Marvellous.
KL, who, if you remember, was saving the podcast for the drive to Melbourne.
Yes, I remember.
The drive was much enhanced by listening to the podcast and had a dog with her, so it was the simplest option.
Wonderful.
Puffs
I
in the
hope
car.
it didn't bark as we screamed to higher and higher pitches. Pitches, not bitches. Pitches.
You just described driving with Puffy Fluffykins, who screams to higher and higher pitches the longer the drive goes on. Oh, and we've heard from Mrs. Jessica. So Jessica was one of our listeners who pushed hardest for the covering of this season, Sarah. So we're hearing from Mrs. Jessica.
Look at what. I hope you're satisfied. I hope you're happy with what you did.
A million thank yous for agreeing to cover the season. I recently had major surgery and had to let you know that it's bringing me and Jessica so much joy to rewatch the episodes and then listen to the eps while I'm in recovery. We are obsessed with Gashbar and the Rat Queen, so especially loving to hear all you have to say about them. Episode 10 is our favorite one, so cannot wait for your reaction. I personally think the last few episodes make the season-long edging totally worth it. Yes.
Where's that edging? I had
2
a
other
message.
notes.
Oh, sorry.
2 other notes. Funny story, but while we adore Oliver with our entire souls, to us, Gashbar was the all-time suspicious twink. No, that's so true, because I'm like, Oliver, not that twinky. Gashbar, extremely twinky.
But not suspicious? Maybe Oliver's suspicious and Gashbar's twinky and you smush them together?
I also think, Gashbar is actually a traitor. To me, the suspicious twink is suspicious because they're a twink.
Yeah.
There's no real evidence.
Yeah.
this is 13 episodes here. We still have 3 more to go.
No,
we'll have more to say later, but try not to spoil anything. Love to you all.
No spoil. No spoil. And I had a wonderful message from Mr. GT Chris. Thank you.
Ooh.
Loved your Traitors Turkey A coverage. Thank you, Chris, because we didn't. Corpse Bride Queen. I don't know which of us is that. Might be me, might be you, might be both of us.
It was Oscar, remember? Oscar was the Corpse Bride,
Corpse Bride Queen, yep. Thank you so much. And then asks if I want to watch Hungary Season 3, is it streaming anywhere? Extremely good question. Annabelle and I watch it through Methods, so I'm not sure quite how to advise you. I did advise, fly to Hungary and see if it's there, but I did actually fly to Hungary and I can't find it on any free-to-air. So if any of our wonderful listeners have a
recommendation.
You have a recommendation.
I would go to Reddit is what I would do.
Okay.
I would go to Reddit.
Okay.
This was so good though. I'm just like, my depression spiral almost cured. Cured.
Mm-hmm.
I am obsessed. So shall we jump in? Long, lingering looks at breakfast of ginger ale and pink aromatics on the table today.
Twice as long as was legal.
Love a bit of soft drink for breakfast. But Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie are becoming more and more at the center of everything, both as a suspicious duo, but also as kind of queen makers at this point, because cat's out of the bag, even though they're in denial about being in a relationship.
Everybody
just
talks about it, just takes it as fact.
And they've never really voted together in the past, but I think now they've become a power duo, and it's who can claim them. And I do think that if we're looking at where did Wrecker go wrong, many fuck-ups along the way.
Yes.
But I think losing Sylvie to Dr. R was a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and to jump right to the end, Sylvie cradles Dr. R's delicate face in her hands at the end, brings her face so close, says, I have you, it's us to the end. And Dr. R says, yes, it's us.
Yes. And Dr. R's ready for battle. She tells us today, I either win or I bleed out. And the ladies, they've got Gaspar in their sights. The spiders have united to drink him, drain him from the inside. And even Victor, we did think this last episode, Victor has turned on Gaspar now as well. Apparently, because in his mind, the pair was Dorka and Gaspar. It was Dorka and Wrecker as a pair. Dorka and Wrecker as a pair. Dorka going clears Gaspar. So now it's Sylvie and Gaspar.
Yes. And it's a tightrope that I think the women are going to walk. This is my feeling as I watched it. Nori very smartly says it matters whether it's Sylvie first or Gaspar first, because if Sylvie goes first and she's faithful, it clears Gaspar. But if Gaspar goes first and is revealed as a traitor, then the next round table it's Sylvie, and then we're in the majority.
Which is why I think it's so clever of Dr. R to clock that because Sylvie has her back and because she's got Ferry on side as well, that actually now, moving forward, it's better for her to pick Gaspar Sylvie as the horse to back.
Yeah.
And normally I usually say you can't have a couple, like a ride or die duo going into the end. But I think, Sarah, because Ferry and Sylvie, Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie, are so suspicious to everybody else and are the main targets of people's ire, that it might work out okay. Like, I think Sylvie will force Ferry to win the game with Dr. R.
Yes, and if they go to the end with Dr. R, it doesn't matter if they're a tight duo.
Yeah. Crazy. So Zhuji. I think Zhuji's also worth
Zhuji-
talking about this morning.
Zhuji had a fucking hard night. Zhuji had a very hard night, and I suspect she's going to have a hard morning next morning.
Super snowed by Rekka. Has been ride or dies with Rekka the whole... Her eyes, when Rekka's revealed, go like almost bigger than mine. She's like crazy. But she did her hair this morning.
She did do her hair this morning. Still needs a cut. Still needs to be thinned. But yeah, we approve. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. I thought it was quite cute when Gashbar told her she's looking pretty this morning like a wifey. Let me go down this my fan fiction rabbit hole even further.
All right.
The real reason Victor and Gashbar have had a falling out, it's because they're in a love triangle with Zhuji at the center.
What do you like?
I kind of love it. Anyway, there's a lot of chat this morning. Basically, the tea is that most of the faithful are looking at Ferry and Sylvie.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie.
Even
Victor,
Silver Stephen Seagal, who's been, right in there with them, he now is absolutely convinced, as he has always been absolutely convinced. He is now absolutely convinced it's the two of them, Sylvie and Mr. Sylvie.
Yeah. The women, however, are doing everything they can to try and make it Gashbar, constantly bringing up Gashbar. Most of the evidence, though, against him seems to be, Sarah, that he's a weird hugger.
And that he didn't hug before and now he hugs. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true?
He weirdly intimate, lingering hugs that other people aren't loving.
Like, it's not a crime to be socially awkward.
I know. I love him.
And Victor's
so
convinced himself that he said to Gashbar on the night of the death list, if Rekka comes back, she's 100% a traitor. So Rekka came back. She's not 100% a traitor. Gashbar is, because he said it to Gashbar, and therefore Gashbar made her come back.
I thought that was Sylvie. I mean,
Well,
it could
might
be
both
Gashbar.
of them. I think it's
it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Victor has all kinds of
was it Sylvie
theories.
that he said it? Anyway, Victor's theory is now that Rekka is marked faithful.
Yes. Rekka completely cleared for dubious reasons.
Yes.
And Attila tells them there's actually going to be an extra challenge today before the mission.
A task before the challenge.
Yeah. Actually do some fucking investigating, you idiots.
Yes. He slams that door. Brilliant. Brilliant. And you notice he also shoots them to make them hurry up?
Today in the mission, that was so weird. So as they're doing the mission, he's waving around a handgun and like firing it over and over again. Like, did you pull it out of Dr. R's purse?
I think he got it in Dr. R's purse because it looks like a little lady's gun for a delicate hand. And he looks at it at one point and I thought, don't turn it all the way around, Attila, please.
Please, no, Attila, survive
don't
for
do
our
it.
sakes. So the
I
ladies
think he
are
is loving, talking about Attila, I think he is fucking loving this season. Sick.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think he loves these people. So, all right.
Right.
The women are running around trying to convince everyone it's Gashbar because of his weird hugs and blaming Victor for coming after Rekka, even though he had said he had been the first to see the name. Whatever. Oh, and also, and this is where I think Rekka, another one of the many ways Rekka fucks up, is that the main thing she's trying to use against Gashbar is his weird on-again, off-again relationship with Sylvie. And sometimes they trust each other and sometimes they don't. So she can't then bring up Gashbar without bringing up Sylvie. Her and Sylvie used to be really close, and this just completely alienates Sylvie.
Yeah. I mean, the original sin was putting herself on the death list.
Yeah.
And she's been fighting a rearguard action ever since.
Yeah. And not, you know what? No, that was a major sin. But her original sin, if we remember, was not being transparent with Gashbar over the whole Zhuji being suspicious of him.
Yes,
this
true,
is what
very
has set
true.
him on a warpath against her this whole time.
Yes, true.
And none of them have ever taken Gashbar seriously as a threat. And in their defense, it's not Gashbar who gets Rekka here. It's Gashbar spends 5 episodes, 10 episodes doing what Dr. R accomplishes on a whim in a single round table.
Yeah. So much so that Norrie can't believe it was an agreement that they had before. And Timmy tells us, no, it's just at the round table. I just decided. And so it happened.
Just fucking happened. Just decided I'm getting you out here. And Gashbar's like, Mummy.
I know, because she said, I looked at him and I felt maternal. I thought, maternal? I suppose spiders could carry all their baby spiders on their backs.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved this interaction. So Dr. R and Norrie are in the library talking about how much they hate Gashbar. And he kind of weasels his way in and he's like, guys, can you just tell me who to vote for? Who am I targeting so I don't go out like a sobbing mess tonight? And Timmy basically just tells him to fuck off.
Yeah. He says, if I'm going out tonight, please tell me. And they go, no, you're not going out tonight. No.
Bugger off, Gashbar.
No. And now go. Go out and play.
Go play. All right, so we have this mission. So
I loved this mission. This mission was wild and stupid and ridiculous. And you see now, set dressing, I have a word to say to you because you have been fabulous up till now. But when you get that fake cobweb, you did what many, many people do wrong. You don't just string it up. You have to pull it apart.
Yeah.
Halloween is coming. I hope to see many of you in tight black capris and a purple going out shirt and ballet flats. But also, if you are putting up cobwebs, the fake cobwebs, tease them out. Don't have them in hunks because then they don't look like anything.
No.
Boo.
Yes.
But
it properly.
It did just highlight that their game is usually really good. Yes, your mouth is as open as sushi.
Yeah. So speaking of set dressing,
yes,
I had a gold nugget to deliver to you today.
Ooh.
So you might remember our good friend Maggie Georges. I think that's it. It might be Maggie Soz. All right, let me go back, Maggie. I'm so sorry, and relook at the tapes there. Our Hungarian listener who corrected our pronunciation. Maggie dropped a huge T-bomb earlier this week in the Babes in the Conclave Discord channel. Attila's stylist, so makeup artist and hair person.
And hair fiber sprayer. Mm-hmm.
Hair fiber sprayer. Is his wife. They met on set, got married. It's Mrs. Attila who's doing the fiber hairspray and the one-dimensional makeup look.
Mrs. Attila, what are you like? Thank you, Maggie.
I screamed. I was like, ah!
I thought Maggie was going to say she's on Hungary season 4.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love that, obviously.
Come on, Maggie.
So in this mission, they've divided into 2 teams, and it's the oldies versus the slightly less oldies. So we've got Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie, Steven Seagal, and Norrie.
Yes, and they say, well, we can't run, so...
Well, both teams have major issues because there's not many athletic people left. Yes. I mean, Steven Seagal tells Ferry afterwards, he's like, I wasn't even looking for the shield, but the defibrillator. Because meanwhile, on teams slightly less younger, we have Zhushi and Rekka, Dr. R and Gashbar, and Victor. And I would say in this, whole mission, only Sylvie and Victor are really capable of doing that much running.
Yes. Sylvie's an athlete.
Yeah.
She is not 52.
No.
Lest 52. We forget. The interesting thing here is that there's after they divide 5 and 4, and the people with 5 insist that they have 5, we learn that there is a possibility of a shield, and the 5-person group goes, fuck, because of course you want to be in the 4-person group. But anyway, it's done.
Yes. So they divided up. Victor still banging on about Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. Zhushi's also on Sylvie. And Dr. R is so frustrated. She's like, I can't believe they are so dumb. She's in full Gashbar zone at this point because that's what she's pushing and that's the frustration she's feeling. Meanwhile, Sylvie is lamenting the heat on her. She's like, why is Rekka grasping at straws to try and link Gaspar and I and find something to use against me. This is super weird, Sarah.
It's super weird because it hasn't been a long, slow burn. It's been like, now I'm going to do it now. But I can also feel like a faithful could suddenly get an idea. As we see at the round table, we see faithful Timmy get her idea. But yes, it was Rekka's turn to sit back. Let Norrie and Dr. R push Gaspar. If she had a chance, a little Gaspar push, but not to be active. That was what happened this time. She was active through the day and at the round table when she should have been passive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think because she had put herself in such a bad situation with the death list. She's only narrowly escaping heat to push Gaspar, but then also be pushing Sylvie by association.
Yeah, her old ally.
Yeah. So in this game, they basically just have to run from station to station.
And they have to row.
Oh, and there's more rowing drama. Sylvie and Mr. Sylvie in a rowing boat together.
Brilliant.
This is not romantic.
Absolutely brilliant.
And it's like a semi-touchy subjects. So they've all answered questions about each other. And you can pick from basically two names. So we have always goes with the herd, Gaspar. Should stand up for themselves more, also Gaspar. Most cunning, Sylvie. She does not like this.
No, she does not.
Biggest chameleon, also Sylvie. Then Norrie is the least active and Victor is the best observer. So I do think that this shows you here the suspicion on Sylvie and the lack of respect for Gaspar are the big vibes that came out of this for me.
Yeah. And the slight hitch in this is you have to pick up a scarecrow with the name around its neck and carry it to the next locked box to answer the next question. And if you get it wrong, you've got to carry it back. And so by the end, you have to bring these 3 big scarecrows. And as well as the hilarious slapstick of their dinghy journey, Mrs. Sylvie has an entire scarecrow with a cross on her back. Talk about the road to Gethsemane. And Mr. Sylvie's trying to help her and trying to put a hand on it. She's screaming at him, "You're making it worse! You're making it worse! Stop holding it! Stop pushing it! You're making it worse!" I love Sylvie.
They're so married.
They're
so obviously married.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Dorka was still here? Dorka in her little activewear, being jacked and screaming at everyone.
Yes.
It would have been beautiful.
We miss you, Dorka.
We miss you, Dorka. So the other tea here is basically that only Victor, out of everybody, really pushes that they should opt for going for a shield. He's like, we should take the shield. And then they're like, oh, well, okay, but then we'd have to decide which one of us get it. And they end up agreeing, well, Victor made this big sacrifice for us yesterday where he gave up the shield to shield everyone. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, whatever. Basically, Victor gets the shield and he's trying to shield strategy protect by association. Zhuzhi, his fanfiction missus, and then the 3 traitors, Dr. R, Rekka, and Gaspar. Zhuzhi is going to apparently fuck this up for herself later, though. I didn't catch that.
No.
Because Gaspar says in the turret that, in the conclave, that she said, well, we could still die tonight. And Victor was like, shh, you had a shield. Don't forget the shield.
Yes.
But I didn't catch that conversation. Maybe it wasn't.
I caught them reporting it.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't get it on. Maybe they didn't get it on camera.
Regardless, we come out of this and Sylvie, she's pissed off about being named and shamed so much. And it's Fairy and Sylvie who are still the biggest names with the faithful, while the traitor ladies desperately push Gaspar.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps most critically, Dr. R is wavering. Yeah, she wants traitor blood. Yeah, she woke up this morning with a single-minded, I'm going to eat and kill Gaspar today. But
in that order.
In that order, yes. She doesn't think they have the votes to get him. And she doesn't want to vote for him if he's not going to go out, Sarah. And maybe it's because of the nature of her deciding at the last minute, but I never saw this translating into Dr. R pivoting to somebody else like Rekka.
Yes, I could see her not voting for Gaspar, but I didn't see her spearheading the removal of Rekka.
I guess what were her other options? Because I guess as she pointed out,
she can vote for Ferry.
Ferry, I suppose.
Yeah. So that's a throwaway vote, and if he goes, it's fine. It doesn't clear Sylvie.
No.
So.
All right. So post-mission,
she knows she needs to feed them a traitor, and if they won't take it out of her hand, she's going to force it down their throat.
She wants blood, and Gaspar is just starting to look a lot less delicious at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to agree, if you're rooting for drama, it's just not that dramatic or exciting to kill the suspicious twink. I mean, famously, they're so easy to kill.
Yes. You just have to look at them nastily.
Yeah. Mean look, and he'll wet himself. So you've got to, we're starting to see the relationships here. So Gaspar pulls aside Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie, and he's like, guys, the three of us are in trouble. We need to get our shit together. Ferry's a bit delusional, I think. I mean, even at breakfast, he's like, no. Gaspar and Sylvie are in trouble. I'm fine.
He thought the entire episode was hilarious.
Oh, love him. Love him. Like, king of doing nothing and simply just being there. Like, him and Akash are the, like, douchey alpha middle-aged bros who just strut around being dumb and contributing zero.
Yes. Love it.
So that's one part, all right? That's one huddle. Then we've got Nori and Rekka. They're like, oof, Dr. R, she's wavering. And as you mentioned earlier, if Sylvie goes out first, we know these idiots, that could clear Gaspar. Zhuji, we've got Zhuji. Zhuji and Rekka are like this. That gives us 3. Can we also bring in Victor, who is famously, and not just in my imagination, in a showmance with Zhuji?
Yes.
And then if Dr. R stays strong, that's 5. That's enough votes. Do you think they could get Victor? I don't think they couldn't even get Zhuji is the worst part.
I think, so who votes for Gaspar? There's 3 votes, and it's Nori and Rekka and?
Silver Steven Seagal.
Silver Steven Seagal, that's right. Well, see, they didn't count him in the vote.
No. Because Zhuji's kind of like...
She votes for Ferry.
Zhuji's been kind of a shit ally.
Yeah.
She's never going to vote for Rekka. Like, Rekka could come in with I'm a traitor tattooed on her forehead, wearing the cloak, and Gaspar waving around the CCTV footage. And Zhuji would still be like, no, I'm pretty sure Rekka's a faithful.
I'd stake my life on it.
But she's always gone rogue with these votes. She's never open to their ideas.
She has this big thing of, I don't go with the herd. It's like, there's going with the herd, but there's also sticking with your alliance while building trust between you by voting together. Very different thing from going with the herd.
And it does fuck up Rekka here. Victor was very, I am going to be voting. I think it's Sylvie and Ferry. Even when Gaspar pulls him aside and he's like, dude, Rekka is stirring mad shit on us. She's trying to use your name to throw me under the bus. Like, come and have my back. And he's like, look, it's Ferry and Sylvie over her. I am zeroed in on Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. Dr. R was not wrong. They did not have the votes for Gaspar.
Yeah.
Because I guess you could have got, Silver Steven Seagal, sure. They probably could have got Ferry, but I think because Rekka had gone so hard for Sylvie, that's put Mr. Sylvie offside.
Yeah. I mean, as it turned out, because of rogue votes, if Timmy had voted for Gaspar, he would have gone.
Yeah.
So they were actually only 1 short, but you can't rely on rogue votes.
No. Okay, so other than this weird fight with Sylvie, Rekka, Gaspar, Victor gets pulled in, that happens. Going into that round table, I just had no idea what was going to happen.
I had
didn't think,
absolutely no idea.
but it was obviously between Sylvie and Gaspar for me.
Definitely. There was no other outcome.
Sylvie getting 1 vote. Never saw that coming. So what were I can walk us through the round table, but what were your highlights of the round table, Sarah?
The highlights of the round table were the cuts to the Rat Queen in confessional, narrating her thoughts as the round table went on. And you could see how live it was for her and how she was able to, and she's done this. She comes out of her trapdoor, she gathers, she gets done what she needs to get done, and then she withdraws, which is a fantastic way of playing. And when at the round table it is said, oh, this is interesting, you don't normally talk this much, she says, well, I was one of the 2 people that it was said that I have to stand up for myself, and so I'm standing up for myself. I mean, she even had an excuse, a reason for why she was doing it. And basically, you can see that whatever she wanted to happen, fractured as the voting was, whatever she wanted to happen was going to happen. And it just so happened that she didn't, I think she thought, I don't know, if Rekka's playing so badly, we need to cut her. And also I'm feeling maternal towards Gaspar. So I think it was a combination, but I think she was sitting and watching and seeing Rekka drowning. And she did throw her the life preserver in order to hit her on the head with it. So.
Yeah, like this is the thing. Oh my God, I have in my notes. Because Dr. R comes out of nowhere and starts acting like a crazy person with a gun. And it's terrifying. You're like, this person has a gun and I don't know what they're going to do with it. And what is she doing? What is happening? And then, cut to confessional. She's just like, I'm sick of her. She's sanctimonious. She's coming for Gaspar. I'm tired of her acting like she's a victim. Like, no, I'm not having a bar.
She put herself
today.
on the list. She put herself on the list.
She broke the rules.
Yes.
That Dr. Timmy went in with.
Never put yourself on the list. Now, we're sort of jumping ahead. Do you think she was right? I feel like she was, because she's now in a supremely more powerful position than she was before. She's got an absolute loyalist in Gaspar. Gaspar will never go against her. Well, he might. We never know what he's going to do. And Norrie is running scared. So,
yes.
And the faithful think she is amazing, and she could even explain away why she was so passionate, why she was so sure.
I think what she has done has put herself at an enormous amount of risk. As we have said 1,000 times before, the best evidence you have as a faithful to work out who the traitors are is catching your first traitor. And Victor immediately clocks this was traitor on traitor violence.
Yes,
and this was traitor on traitor violence in a way where she was the only one violencing. If she had gone for Gaspar, she is the least vocal of those 3 women.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's
it's
true.
Norrie and Rekka. The thing is, though, if she sticks with Rekka and Norrie, it's actually Rekka who's the most powerful one there, because she has Zhuji, who will do absolutely anything for her. That's their 4, basically, with Sylvie tied to Dr. R, but at loggerheads with Rekka, who wants Sylvie out next, as does the rest of the mansion. In this scenario, Sarah, it's now a 4, but it's Gaspar and Dr. R and Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. It's 2 pairs. She's only splitting the money with 1 person. And all 4 of the rest of them, Norrie, Akos, Victor and Zhuji, with one of them not coming back tomorrow. Like the others just don't have the numbers to get her at this point.
Yes, exactly. I like the way you broke that down. Victor clocks her straight away, but Victor has clocked Traitors from episode 1.
Victor, has
Victor,
so much potential.
Come on.
And
then he swerves away. He goes, yeah, it's definitely this, but hold on. What if there's this twisty-turny thing? So he does not employ Occam's razor. He employs something completely different, which is, I am completely sure. And we're going, yes, Victor, you're right. And then he's not completely sure anymore. It goes off in another direction. So it was funny.
Flaky-ass croissant. Flaky-ass croissant.
So I loved it when he clocked Dr. R, and I was like, oh, no. And then I thought, oh, it's Victor. It's fine. It's completely fine.
This is
completely fine.
Please, bitches.
Yes.
All right, so let's just go back to the round table. So,
yes, I got us off track.
So no. We got carried away because this has just been so good.
Exciting.
So Sylvie opens. She's mad about all the shade that was thrown at her in the mission. She's like, it's because the traitors are throwing me under the bus. I'm like, babe, this is all the faithful. All the time. The traitors only ever try and throw out other traitors, and you guys simply won't listen. Rekka turns the heat on Gaspar. What's going on with you and Sylvie? You trust each other, then you don't, then you do again. And he's like, stop trying to make this drama happen. This drama isn't going to happen. Why are you trying to make this drama happen, Rekka? And then there's this weird fight where, like, Rekka accuses Sylvie of being nasty to her, and Sylvie just kind of calls her a sensitive bitch.
She's a drama queen, apparently.
And maybe this is like on as the ball goes that's pissing Timmy off, where it's like, you're coming at Gaspar quite aggressively. And then the moment Sylvie points the finger at you, it's ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. I suppose I am sensitive. Yes, I am sensitive.
Oh, but don't call me sensitive, because I'm a grown-ass woman and I don't need to deal with this.
So good.
So they're bickering. Gaspar's like, no. Can we come back to the death list and, like, the actual evidence that we have against Rekka here? And Ferry whispers to Nori, he goes, wow, Gaspar woke up. And Nori's like, I told you, you don't believe me. You're all so stupid.
It was Nori had a little second leading role tonight. We do lose her. She stepped forward. I love every time she's on stage. She's like the neighbor that pops in from next door in a sitcom, and you all go, yay! And they come in and they have a little scene and they go, that's Nori.
Yeah, she's good when she's there, and she's such a weirdo, and I am obsessed with her.
Adore.
So then Dr. R, this is when the alarm starts ringing, but the missiles haven't yet been dropped. So she's like, look, there's two main names here tonight. There's Sylvie and there's Gaspar. She's like, Sylvie, she's my biggest confidant in the game. I'm not going for her. I completely trust her. I don't even know why you were bringing her up. Nori and Rekka, you are the two women who have been ganging up on Gaspar all day and aggressively pushing his name. What's your evidence? And I was like, huh? I was like, wait a second.
And Nori's like, me? How did I get a drive-by?
And so they sort of try and justify the sus, there's the lingering hugs. Nori's like, he's so unsuspicious, it's suspicious. Rekka's like, and he threw out my name and tried to blame Victor. And Sylvie is like, well, what I'm hearing, Rekka, is that your evidence is that Gaspar is suspicious of you. And that's not evidence. And then we get to, like, the most savage destruction of a human being of all time. Because Rekka asks, there's some question about her on the death list and whatever, and she goes, well, what would you have done in my position? And the Rat Queen jumps in.
Oh my God, don't put bait out like that for her.
And holding the handgun that she's snatched back off Attila and aiming it square at Rekka, she says, I would have played the drama queen who walks in sobbing and say, oh God, I didn't want to be on this list. Rekka cuts in, I'm not a drama queen. And I would have delivered some terrible fake message about the other person, 3 coughs or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would have done. And Rekka is just like, what? And Nori's like, what? And Zhuzhi's like, you were in the car with her today. Like, where did this come from? Did you know she was suspicious of you? We had no idea. And everyone is just like, whoa, whoa. And Gashbar brings it back to the scarecrows. He's like, you can't question her. You said we have to stand up for ourselves. She says, yes, we have never been listened to and we have to stand up for ourselves. And it's this bitch. Stop crying, drama queen.
I thought I couldn't love her more, but it turns out there are more levels.
I never saw this coming in a million years. Did we not say in predictions all the men would go out before Rekka?
Yes. We said in predictions that it might be Gashbar, but it might be Sylvie.
No way did I imagine Rekka standing up, having been voted out with 5 votes, as Dr. R calls her a drama queen and emotional manipulator.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
We know the Hungarian word for manipulator now. Because we heard her say it is manipulator. It was brilliant.
So Zhuzhi votes for Ferry. Victor votes for Sylvie.
Yes.
Then the Gashbar votes are Rekka, Nori, Silver, Steven, Seagal.
Mm-hmm.
And our now alliance of 4, Gashbar, Dr. R, Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie vote for Rekka. And wild. What stood out to you post roundtable? You said Sylvie's promising Timmy.
Yes, that was the biggest thing. It was like Timmy wasn't playing, oh my God, I'm shaken by having stood up at the round table and spoken. She just played extremely quiet and withdrawn, and Sylvie comes to comfort her.
Yeah.
In an empathetic move. It's like, if I had done that, I would feel bad. Timmy's not showing that she feels bad. She holds her face close, so close she could kiss her. Kiss. And swears her undying love. So, of course, it's the Traitors. Of course, it's a game. Of course, that can change. But Sylvie, Dr. R has Sylvie and Gashbar. That's 3.
And Sylvie also tells Gashi, she's been calling him Gashi, that she'll never let him go again.
Yes.
Like, if those aren't the final 3. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. R still cuts Gashbar, but anyway, it would still be horny.
Of course.
So Akosh.
Well, it depends if Mr. Sylvie's there. He will ask for another banishment, and they will banish Gazzy, and then it'll be 3, and then they'll all vote to not vote, and then they'll all smile, and then they'll reveal, and then they'll be shocked. So I had this gun in my hand the whole time. I had I had a T-shirt that said, I was a traitor and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. She's been wearing the cloak to breakfast. And they'll go, you were a traitor. And she goes, yeah, I told you. I said to you. Oh, by the way, did you hear? I'm a traitor.
Oh, by the way.
Oh,
and Victor does give Zhuzhi a long, lingering hug, whispers in her ear,
yes,
Timmy is a traitor.
It is the kiss of death because they notice that he spent a long time hugging her.
Gashbar notices. Gashbar is going to bring it up and he says, I think that it's going to be me or you, Timmy. I think that they are sus that we're speaking up. I think we need to break them up. But fortunately for the crew, genius, correct every step of the way, Silver Steven Seagal has declared he's not suspicious of Dr. R, last minute, seemingly out of nowhere, perfectly clocking a traitor for the first time in the game. But he is a little suspicious of Nori. She's a woman, and she was there.
She exists in the world as a woman, so therefore she must be suspicious.
I'm obsessed with Akosh.
I know you love Akosh. Yeah, I'm obsessed with Akosh and Ferry because Akosh is a real estate agent and Ferry looks like a real estate agent, and Ferry is a construction manager and Akosh looks like a construction manager. It's like they were swapped at birth or something. Amazing.
It really is. I forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So we head up to the conclave. And Dr. R is selling the story that she's decided it at the last minute. She saw them ganging up on...
I think she had it. Look, I think she had it in her mind because I think she's got 25 scenarios in her mind at all times. So I think she had Wrecker locked and loaded for when she needed it. And when she sniffed the air at the round table, she thought, actually, I can do this because I already had luck. So I don't think you come up with that in the instant. If you do, amazing. So I don't think she went to the round table to kill Wrecker, but killing Wrecker was one of her many plans. She had already resigned from voting for Gaspar, so she was already looking for an alternative. And I think her idea, in as much as if Sylvia's banishment turns out to be faithful, it clears Gaspar. But similarly, if Gaspar is banished and turns out to be a traitor, that labels Sylvia traitor, and that those are two allies that she could have in her hand. So I think the simplest way of describing it is how she described it in the conclave. It came to me in the moment. So that's sort of true, but the real truth is she probably had 25 scenarios how to get rid of everybody. So
like, she is good at this game and she is good at reading the board. And I think she also knew that Wrecker was probably her biggest threat because they had similar but different allies. And those people, like, no one rides hard for Nori. No one rides hard for Gaspar.
Correct.
Zhuji rides fucking hard for Wrecker.
Yeah.
And this was the moment. She, you know, she's there, she's explaining, she's like, oh, I could, you know, Gaspar, we were all ganging up on you today. You've been really weird the last couple of days. You keep putting our names out there, but I saw you. I saw your soul, and I saw that it was all fear and self-defense, and I miss my kids, and then they have this hug while Nori snorts and rolls her eyes. Nori is fucking pissed off. She doesn't believe this at all.
Not for a second.
She's like, all right, so am I in trouble now? No, we didn't discuss this ahead of time and leave you out. She doesn't buy it. And Dr. R's calling for a ceasefire. There's no ceasefire, but what's Nori going to do? She's got no friends.
She's got no friends. She has not built up her own networks in the game. Her network she's always been a team player for the Traitors. And I will say, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the Traitors are not a team. Nori.
She had Gaspar and threw him away like burnt toast.
Oh, I love burnt toast.
Yeah, flavor. It's all she ever had. Like, she is a bad AI model. She's not great at connecting with people. Gaspar loved her, called her mummy. Gaspar has a new mummy, and new mummy much scarier.
New mummy much scarier, but also actively saved him 5 minutes ago. Yes.
Yeah. Love. All right, so let's get to the murders. The only ones not protected by shield immunity are Silver Steven Seagal and then Mr. and Mrs. Ferry. So they're thinking, we could murder Silver Steven Seagal. He has brought up Nori. But then Gaspar gives this tip-off about the lingering hug. So if we go into predictions, who do you think's going to get murdered and who do you think ends up getting banished here?
I think Zhuji is going to get murdered and they can happily murder her because of a reported conversation that we didn't hear where she said she was nervous about getting through the night and Victor had to remind her that she had implicit immunity from their group taking the shield. So it is not suspicious if she is killed because that conversation was had and therefore Zhuji exposed herself. I also think while she is shocked and doesn't have thoughts herself, she is a strong number and Victor is now cleaving to her. I love the word cleave. It means together and apart. Oh, love it. Cleaving to her and also gave her the tip off. So I think there is no reason why it's not. I would be Zhuji if it wasn't Zhuji. I would be unhinging my jaw.
Gaspar has wanted Zhuji's blood from the get-go and Wrecker has been there to protect her. There is no one to protect Zhuji anymore.
Yes. And also it makes sense because if it is recognised that Wrecker was Zhuji's traitor shield, then it makes absolute sense that she goes now.
Yeah.
As well, like in logical sense to the faithful.
There's no suspicion on her. I think Silver Steven Seagal makes more sense to stay.
Yes.
Because at least there's
no
always
idea what's going on.
Him and Ferry are always pointing at each other for literally no
idea
reason.
What's going on. But 100% sure at every instant.
Oh, God. All right. I'm with you. It's Zhuji.
And
it'd be silly if it wasn't.
Also, I just don't feel the show even tried to make us think it wouldn't be
No.
her. Yeah.
Where I'm more like, ooh, I don't know what's going to happen, is who is getting banished here?
I just don't know. Victor.
I had Victor. I said either Silver, Steven Seagal, or Victor. If the four stick together, and who knows if they will, if those four stick together and Zhuji's gone, they can choose here to banish Nori, Silver, Steven Seagal, or Victor. I think you keep Akosh and Nori pointing at each other going ahead into the next part of the game. And I think you take Victor off the board because he is the smartest person left when it comes to clocking
Even though he
people.
gets the right idea and then wavers.
Ineffective.
And I also think they know that Sylvia and Ferry are married. So they think maybe it's a little bit too much of a push to get Sylvie to banish him at this point.
Yeah.
So I think it's Victor. That's my prediction.
Do you think Sylvie will eventually banish Ferry? Do you think
100%.
Yeah, I could
100%.
see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Because it actually doesn't matter, because if she wins the money, she's sharing it with him. So it actually doesn't matter if he goes. The thing is, he is a vote, but they haven't voted together. So, Also, he annoyed her at the challenge twice.
He's frequently very annoying.
Yes. We agree with you, Sylvie, yes.
Let's do our crush pyramid. Ooh, crush pyramid. Crush pyramid. Crush pyramid. Sarah, who is your crush pyramid?
Well, on the left-hand side, a posthumous award for Rekha. As she goes out the door, I must have her and her winged eyeliner on my crush pyramid. Timmy's at the top, obviously, there's no question about that. I have an empty right-hand bottom corner, and I think I'm going to say welcome to my crush pyramid, Sylvie.
Ooh, didn't you have Sylvie last week?
Maybe I had Sylvie last week.
I think you...
Happy to have you stay, Sylvie.
Back.
Yes.
Stay, Sylvie.
I'm Victor. I just forget what I did yesterday. So, what about
Victor.
you? How's your crush pyramid looking?
So I opened up Crush Pyramid voting in the Babes in the Conclave Discord group, and we actually had exactly the same Crush Pyramid this week. I'm not going to do episode by episode Crush Pyramids. We're going to do a season overall Crush Pyramid for public voting because, as they pointed out, it's kind of low stakes once there's only like 7 people left.
Exactly.
You're voting for half of them.
Half of them are going to be,
So on the bottom of my crush pyramid, I basically have the receivers of Dr. R's patronage this week. I have the gorgeous Mrs. Sylvie. She's there. She's athletic. She's taking no prisoners. Get over it. Stop being so sensitive. That's my queen. Then I have Gashbar because, again, the way...
You love him.
So wimpy and twinky and just like there like a bug on its back, waving his little legs in the air, and Timmy's standing over him deciding whether or not she should eat him or flip him right back to the right side. I love that vulnerability in him, and I love Dr. R the most because take no prisoners after 9 episodes of edging.
Yes.
She delivered.
Yes, I keep trying to justify taking her off the top, and I can't.
No, you can't.
But especially after episode 10.
3 more episodes left to go, if you can believe it. In the meantime, Sarah, where can the people find you?
Well, you, personally, will see me next Tuesday.
Yeah, you will.
Where we shall be having brunch at an undisclosed location in a harbour city, which will be very exciting. You can find me at Crime Scene Pod, a true crime review podcast, where Murray Forth and I discuss with our fascinating guests a documentary or a docuseries. And should you find yourself in Wisconsin, Milwaukee to be precise, August 26, 27, 28, I shall be at RHAP Con, and you will see Murray and I live there, should you wish to do so.
Oh my gosh, huge.
Breaking news. What about you, Annabelle? Where can the people find you?
You can find us on Instagram at Babes in the Conclave, YouTube, Babes in the Conclave, and our new Discord group, which is linked in the show notes. Philly and I are heading to the Traitors Australia Season 3 launch event next week.
Yeah, you are.
We will be meeting Gretel and some of the cast members, and so we'll be posting all the behind the scenes in the Discord channel. Otherwise, you will see us here next week. Bye.
Bye.